Say yes in the chat box right now. Hopefully my internet holds up. I've been having a few internet issues today. It's a bit choppy, but fingers crossed it does hold up. So let me know if you can hear me, and hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear as well. Thank you for coming on this white label webinar. Today we're going to be covering just white label information. It's going to be really cool. It's about 45 minutes long for today's session, and it's going to cover some really great stuff. So put a yes in the box if you're ready, and I'll get started. Cool, looks like everyone's ready. All right, perfect. So you got the white label account of TubePilot. I'm not going to cover what TubePilot does today or anything like that. What I will cover is I'm going to cover a lot of information about the white label users section right here. Now, quick show of hands, put a 1 in the box if you've actually gone ahead and you've got access to Tube, or you've actually gone in and you've actually used the TubePilot white label. Put a 1 in the box if you have. Awesome. So you've done that, perfect. So I'm going to show you a quick tour about white label today. Now, if you have any support queries or any problems, I'm going to answer questions at the end of this webinar. So that's the opportunity then to do that. Today I'm going to show you around the white label platform of this. Right, I'm going to give you a quick tour and also give you a couple of strategies for going out and selling your white label as well around the web. So first of all, this is your TubePilot white label account. Now, you can add users through this section right here. You can customize your account if you'd like to. But what I probably recommend doing is actually going to, first of all, the profile settings. If you have a white label version of TubePilot, you can actually edit entirely anything on this page right here. So let's say, for example, I wanted to go ahead and edit my logo here. I'm able to go ahead and open up a new logo, add a new logo. If I wanted to edit the color of this and make it black and make the second color white, I can do that through this system. I'm going to cover this to blue for now. So you can customize your white label through the profile settings, right? So profile settings tab. You can enter in a new password, you can add a subdomain, you can add your own domain if you want to, and it's really easy to add your own domain. If you want to, you can add a privacy URL. All this details down below. I won't share that today. But if we go here and save, you'll notice that it's saved. Now the scheme, the color scheme that you've chosen, will actually update on the subdomain. So say, for example, I was to choose body for summer, and I was to put that as my subdomain. I was to save it, and then I was actually to visit that URL. You'll see the changes being made there. All right. So you always need to add in a subdomain or a host domain in order for these changes to make effect. So I hope that's clear. It was one of the things that confused me at first, but it's actually done really well, and we've done this for a particular reason. So this is the account that people can now, or you now own. Okay, this is what it looks like. It's now being customized. So I've been able to customize it within a couple of or a few seconds on this video. Then what you're seeing here is you're actually seeing, the white label account. So when you add users, they're actually going to be able to come to this domain right here. They'll be able to see your information, all right, your logo. They'll be able to see the colors, and you'll be able to go ahead and make a sale. If you were selling to an offline client, for example, if you were selling to an offline client, a really easy tip would be to go ahead and actually create something based on your logo. So this is quite a corporate look. This is my consulting logo that's up here. So I would sell this to offline clients if I wanted them to have the ability to update and use this as well. From here, you can still add user accounts, all right? So you're a primary, because you're a white label user, you can still add users. And users that belong to your account, they will be able to basically go ahead and see everything as it is on your website. All right, so that's how that section works. If you need any more support and help on that, there is some help videos that are available. And if you want to, you can just go ahead and start your own campaigns and run them through your white label account as well. Is that kind of clear? Put a 1 in the box if that's kind of clear. That's how you should be using your white label account. Now with the white label, we also included access to the sales page, the sales video to help you sell it, and a few other bits and pieces as well to help you along your way. So it's quite straightforward. That's what the white label is. It's a full white label. So you can sell it as your own, rebrand it as your own, and go out and sell it as much as you want to as well. All right. So now that that's out of the way, does anyone have any questions relating to the white label software itself, or are you ready for me to proceed into the make money part of this? I know that many of you probably knew this information, that's why I'm rushing through it a bit, but is there any questions relating to this right now? No problem, Raphael. There will be a replay. There will be a replay. All right, any more questions? Audience have said, I'm ready to move on. Or is that you, Dion? Ike's asked, where do I find replays? You find replays on the welcome page. All right, I thought it was you, Dion. I keep on forgetting, but yeah, gotcha. So you'll find the replays on the welcome page. All right, so on the welcome pages of TubePilot, the replays are actually up there right now. So if you go to the welcome page you got inside of your JVZoo Access account, you'll actually see that inside of there. How do I put on my own support link? Good question. Very good question. Profile settings. And from memory, it doesn't appear there is a place to put a support link in. All right, one sec. I'll write that down for the developer to add in so you can actually add your own support link, because preferably you'll be able to use your own support. Right now, it goes to our support, but and we'll obviously take care of any customers that you send through, but preferably it'll send you them to your support. So I'll write that down for the developer to add in. Good question. Very good question. Awesome. All right. Cool. So that's basically the overall view of what's inside here. All right. Any more final questions before I proceed to the next step? Now, Marcus, for this white label, you can't put in your own training videos, unfortunately. We didn't build it in with the ability to change the training videos. If you wanted to, and you had sold some, or you had customers that were ready to come in, give us an email, and I'll see if the developers can actually allow you to do that in some way. That's something I'll write down and ask them. Because, yeah, if you do want to put your own training videos, ideally you can, so I'll ask the developer that question. All right. Okay, cool. So let's proceed to the next step now. Now, what I want to cover is I want to cover a couple of strategies for going out there and starting to make money. And in order to make money online, you really need to have a core group of things. And if you've got all of these, if you can tick them all off, then you are in a really good position to start making money. So first of all, and I know that some of you will have all of these. I think Dion's got all of these. Raphael said the screen resolution does not quite see the software's letters. That might be because I'm on a really big screen, so it tends to stretch everything out. So next webinar I'll remember that and I'll go on my other smaller screen. But yeah, this screen that I'm on right now, it will be a bit more difficult to see things because it spreads everything out. It's quite a big screen. All right. Cool. So there's a few things you need, and you need to tick these off on your list and write these down right now. If you have a pen with you or something, or even your computer, write them down. You need a site builder. Put a 1 in the box if you have a site builder right now. Put a 2 in the box if you don't yet have a site builder, a website builder. Dion, I know you've got a website builder. Alki said 1, fantastic. Put a 2 in the box if you haven't yet got one. Now, there are a number of site building options out there. But you need a site builder. The reason you need a site builder is in order to create pages online, in order to start generating leads online, you need to have a site builder and a way of generating leads and a way of creating websites on the fly really quickly. You need to be able to create sales pages really easily as well. One of the core components of what we do on a daily basis, and we do this every single day, there isn't a day where we do not do this, is we're going ahead and we're editing our site builder. All right, as customers are coming to our website, as visitors are coming to our website, we're editing our site builder. We're adding products, we're adding bonuses, we're adding white label products. You need a site builder. And if you're like Dion, you may have several of them, but here are a few site builders that will help you get started if you don't have one. The first one is ClickFunnels, all right? ClickFunnels. Now, none of these are mine, by the way. There's no benefit of me showing this financially. I'm just showing you what we use. All right, we use ClickFunnels on a daily basis. ClickFunnels, it's my favorite software right now. All right, ClickFunnels. The next one is Optimize Press. Optimize Press. All right, Optimize Press is a really good solution, and the only problem with it is it's a bit difficult to use on slow internet connections. That's my main the main disadvantage of using Optimize Press is that it is very slow on slow internet connections. But otherwise, it's a really good solution for building websites, and it's what I'd probably recommend as a starting point, right, for your website. So if you're just getting into building your first websites, Optimize Press is a really good solution. Now, it's a bit pricey, all right? All of these softwares are a bit pricey, but just buy the core package. You know, if you're just starting out, you've got a few sites you want to build, buy the core package and you can upgrade later, all right? So that's what I probably recommend. Awesome. Cool. And Dion can sell you squeeze funnels as well. Now, squeeze funnels is a very good solution as well. Squeeze funnels is a budget solution. Dion, if you have a link, I'll post it out to everyone. But squeeze funnels also is a very good solution for creating these websites and funnels. All right. Squeeze funnels was one of the softwares that has come out this year, which I was actually really impressed by. I recommended it and I went through and tested it thoroughly. And I really liked what they did. It was kind of like a sort of more not quite as progressed version of ClickFunnels, if that makes sense. So ClickFunnels Optimize Press, and if you're really desperate, all right, or if you don't want Optimize Press, you don't want ClickFunnels, then another solution that I also use is called Lead Pages. All right, Lead Pages was the best. It's fell back behind quite a bit, but I still use it occasionally. So this is Lead Pages right here. So there you go. These are all the resources you need. Lead Pages, I believe, is a bit cheaper. Let's have a look at the pricing. So Lead Pages, you're looking at, yeah, a bit cheaper. I don't think I've ever paid for Lead Pages after the first one. I got in one early on. I think they had a package where you could just buy one off and you wouldn't have to pay annually. Unfortunately, they only have an annual plan now. But this is what's available for it. So that's what you can get access to. And this guy, I don't know who he is, but he will tell you about the pricing. So that's the 3 softwares for. That is also really good. Now, those are core softwares, all right? Core softwares. And you need those in order to build your website. So if you don't have one, get one. Before you buy another product, before you buy anything off me, again, buy a site builder. It's really quite critical in terms of your success. The next thing you're going to need when you're getting started is an autoresponder. All right, I use Aweber. Aweber is a really good solution if you're starting out. It's the best that I've found so far. I do not recommend GetResponse for many reasons. I just don't like them very much, and they've never been good to me in the past. So I wouldn't recommend them. Aweber, I would say, is a much safer solution for keeping your leads. Aweber is not going to, one day delete half your leads like GetResponse will. Potentially will. So Aweber is a good solution, and they actually I refer people to Aweber. I get Aweber for free because I actually am an affiliate of Aweber's. So they've got an affiliate program, and if you want to make money referring people, Aweber's affiliate program is actually not too bad. I've probably made I make about a few $100s per month out of Aweber's affiliate program. It's not massive dollars, but for me, I'm happy because in referring people to Aweber, it's paying for my Aweber costs. So another quick tip there. So Aweber is the second software that you really need. A software like Aweber. It could be MailChimp. It could be ActiveCampaign, Office Autopilot's another one that I use. It could be any of those, all right? But just get an autoresponder. The reason you need it is you can capture leads, and you want to be able to capture leads because if you generate visitors to your website and you're not capturing them as leads, then you're letting your sales go away, all right? You're letting your sales fall away, and you won't be able to engage those people on a regular basis. Do what all the marketers do that you see online. They all are capturing leads, and they're all email marketing those leads. So make sure that you go ahead and do the same thing, and you'll be, it'll be a lot easier for you. All right, so I've got a site builder now done. We've got now a autoresponder. What else potentially could we need? What else potentially could we need? And Dion, yep, I'll post my affiliate link soon. I need to remember what it was actually. I've put it on a few sites, and then I really just forgot that I was doing anything, and I just received checks every few weeks from Aweber. So what else do we need? We've got our site builder, we've got our Aweber, we've got our autoresponder. So we're able to build web pages, we're able to capture leads. We need hosting and we need a domain. All right, we need hosting and we need a domain. First, a domain. We need Namecheap. All right, Namecheap is the cheapest that I've found for generating domains. Now, I'm not sure what this is doing here. Okay, it's not letting me in. It's saying that I potentially am a bot, probably because I'm in Russia right now. So Namecheap is a good solution for purchasing domains. I recommend it highly because Namecheap gives you the ability to purchase domains at a low rate and also adds privacy for free, which is really cool. I've never had any problems with Namecheap, opposed from occasionally not being able to get in. But it's something that I recommend. If you're buying domains, GoDaddy is good, but it does charge quite high prices. So, if that's the case, then I do recommend Namecheap. In terms of hosting companies, a good starting host company is HostGator.com. HostGator.com will help you get started with a hosting account, with a very basic hosting account, a shared host account. I launched the first few websites that I launched from a HostGator server account. So you're in a good hands when you've got HostGator handling your website. Later on, as you grow, you will want to get Liquid Web. Liquid Web is probably the best solution after HostGator that I've found, and I now use Liquid Web exclusively. But for a cheap hosting solution, HostGator is, you can't go wrong with it. It's very good. No worries, Raphael. If you're having problems understanding my accent, there'll be a replay very soon. I'm a New Zealander, so my accent is a bit weird. So that's everything you need. All right, that's everything you need in order to start processing sales, in order to start making money. Those are the 4 components you need. You need a domain name, you need a hosting account, you need a site builder, and you need an autoresponder. When you have all of those things in place, then you're in a really good place, all right? So make sure that you've ticked all of those off your box before purchasing any more products. Don't purchase off me, don't purchase off anyone else until you've got these 4 components in place. They are your core components of your business. I use every single one of these components on a daily basis. So every single day, I'm using my autoresponder. Every single day, I'm using my site builder. Every single day, I'm using hosting. Every single day, I'm using my domains. All right, so you need those. Now, I'll send out Liquid Web's URL. Here it is here. They're a very complete hosting solution, and I really like them. The reason that I like them is their support is the best that I've seen for a hosting company ever, and they have always been really good to me. I once deleted every single website on my host. It was before a launch, and I don't tell many people this because it's quite embarrassing, but it was just a bit over a year ago. I was going into a product launch and we had everything set up, ready to go, and then I clicked the wrong button and I erased everything on my server, and I didn't have anything backed up at the time. Completely deleted everything. Within about 6 hours, Liquid Web had recovered somehow an old image of my server and had everything else, completely back up. They did it for free. They didn't charge me any costs, and they worked probably for hours to get everything that I had built on Liquid Web back up and running, and they did. Thankfully, they got everything back up after I had completely erased my server. So that's just a quick bit about how they treat their customers, and I really like that they treat me really well as a customer of theirs. Even though I'm only spending probably $160 to $320 a month with them, they are still very, very good, and they'll coach you through anything. They're really good. I probably, I haven't seen better support anywhere online than Liquid Web's. Maybe other people haven't had that type of experience, but for me, Liquid Web have been almost the best you could have in terms of support, and also a service that's really good. So I pay quite a bit more than I would on other companies because I'm with Liquid Web, but Liquid Web just does a really good job. So and I've always got them there to help. So that's why I really like Liquid Web. They're a company that's run really well. I wish all companies were run that way. Cool. So there you go. All right. Rant ended. Now, once you've got your domain, you need to set it up on your hosting account. All right. Now, there's training all around the web on how to do that. It's available readily and available to connect up. And then you need to actually upload the sales page. Now, did everyone receive the TubePilot sales page that I gave you as part of the white label? Put a 1 in the box if you received that sales page, because that sales page can be customized, but you're going to need a designer or you're going to need a developer to customize it for you if you want it changed around. If you want, you can use it as is. That's fine. There's no problem with that. You'll just need to upload it to your domain and then run it through with you. Now, is anyone unclear on how to do that? Put a 1 in the box if you're unclear how to upload your sales page to your domain. Put a 2 in the box if you are sure how to do it. The other option is, if you wanted to, just go across to getTubePilot.com and you can just copy this sales page if you wanted to. All right, you could go ahead, you could copy it as you wanted to. You could grab my video, you can grab any part of this site, copy it, and use it in your marketing. All right, so if you wanted to do that, use your site builder, go ahead, copy this, rebuild it in your site builder, and that will also really work quite well. So that's the other option. That's the other solution if you want to. If you're unsure how to upload, you can do it through cPanel. All right. Now, what I'd recommend is if you're not sure how to do that component yet, Elke, if you're not sure how to do the component of uploading a site to your server, you can actually search online for, probably just search online, how to upload HTML file to HostGator if you're using HostGator. All right, and they've actually got some really cool and complete walkthrough videos, and also some cool information here, as you can see here, step by step. This is what you do. All right, this is what you need to do it. So the information is oh, cool. Elke just clicked the wrong button. Awesome. All right, cool. So yeah, you're able to do it through here. So if anyone else is unsure, you're able to do this through here very well. All right, so let's say, for example, we've uploaded our sales page. We've got our sales video on there. We've added our pay buttons, either from PayPal or another solution. We've added them down here. We're ready to start selling. All right, what do we do? How do we get traffic to our website? Well, there are a number of ways of getting traffic to your website. The first way that I highly recommend if you're starting out is actually going over to the Warrior Forum. Now, I hear mixed stuff, day in, day out about the Warrior Forum. Some people say that the Warrior Forum doesn't work. The Warrior Forum works. There's still a lot of people making money. I have friends on the Warrior Forum making a lot of money, and it's a really good place to start if you want to start generating leads, because people on the Warrior Forum are starting fresh. They're looking to get out there and they're looking to start making money online. What better way than to start educating them? All right, everyone on this webinar has some experience online. And on Warrior Forum, there's a lot of people out there searching for information on different topics. It might be video marketing. It might be how to make money online. It might be, other topics, all right? There's multiple topics. If we looked at the Warrior Forum special offers, you see all sorts of different listings on how to make money online. But how do we sell to these people? We don't want to just suddenly list our white label package onto the Warrior Forum, because that won't work. What we need to do is we need to develop some sort of skill or product that we can sell to these people that we can then profit from and funnel those buyers, those leads, into our white label solution. I highly recommend putting your white label into your funnel. All right. Now, when I say putting your white label into your funnel, what I mean is find a way of generating leads. All right. Find a way of generating leads. Get to know those leads, those subscribers, email them, and then introduce them to your white label through email, right? Email marketing is the best way that you can sell your white label product and package. It's very difficult to sell the white label package from cold traffic. So I'm a big believer in building a list first. So what you should do, and I highly recommend doing this yourself, is go across to udemy.com. I have friends that started on udemy.com. One of my friends, he made his first $1,000 online through udemy.com. Then he went across and he trained people on how to actually make money through Udemy, and then started making more money. And then before he knew it, he was making over $1 million within the next year. So Udemy is a great way to find different courses and different ideas and train on certain skills. I've learned video marketing through Udemy. All right, I learned how to use a number of marketing softwares through Udemy. Photoshop I learned through Udemy. I've learned multiple things, from photography to video editing, to all sorts of things. I've probably bought quite a few Udemy courses that have taught me different skills that I felt like I needed to develop and that I could sell products on. So Udemy is a different marketplace, all right? It has different customers, different visitors, different users, and it has different vendors. So you can actually go ahead, you can learn a skill from Udemy, or you can just browse the courses, find something that you think will be interesting for the Warrior Forum community, train up on that skill, and then sell that information through Warrior Forum, generating leads. Or if you wanted to, you could create a landing page like this. A landing page, this is one that I created through ClickFunnels for a fitness audience. You could create something like this, and then you're able to then go ahead and introduce people to a free information. So say, for example, you had just learned the best way to create a sales video through Udemy. All right, so what do? You create a quick report on the best ways to actually go and create a video. You have an opt-in like this, and you can then start a Facebook page and start advertising this opt-in over Facebook, generating more leads, and then email correspond with those leads through Aweber. All right, through our email marketing system here. Is this starting to make sense? Put a 1 in the box if this makes a lot of sense. This is what we do on a daily basis. This is how we make money from white label products. Me, I buy white labels every single week almost, and this is how we sell them. Now, if you're generating a list and you're generating subscribers, the question may come into your mind, and I know that there's some people on this webinar who are at that level now, where you're thinking, I've got a list, or I'm building a list. What am I actually going to communicate to that list? Or how am I going to communicate with that list? If you want to know how to communicate with a list, it comes with time. It's not going to be an easy process, but it starts with, first of all, writing an email to that subscriber list. Now, there's a certain structure that I use in all of my email correspondence, and I haven't actually revealed this on any of my previous courses. Or previous webinars. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you what I do when it comes to writing an email. So it's really clear. So when you come to this point, it's not going to be difficult for you. You're able to do it, and you'll be able to correspond with those leads that you generate. All right. So if you want to write an email, what I do is I use this software right here. You can see all my different emails here. All right. These are all my different emails. I use this system to write my emails. It's called Text Wrangler. It's a Mac app, and I've used it for a long period of time. It's for HTML, but I write everything through here. Now, when I'm writing an email, the first question that comes to your mind, or what's the first thing that's going to come to your mind when you're writing it? What is your customer interested in? All right, what is your visitor interested in? What is your subscriber interested in? Gotcha. Sorry, there's a mosquito problem over in Russia right now, so I was just grabbing a mosquito. So you need to identify what your visitor is going to be interested in. So say, for example, you've just sold a course on, let's say, for example, you've gone ahead and you've sold a course on video marketing, all right? Actually, give me a topic. Give me a topic that you have sold a product or a system on, all right? Maybe you've just given, this person's coming as a free lead. What's your topic of expertise? Someone give me a topic of expertise. Anything. It could be anything. All right, video marketing. All right, video marketing. Cool. Okay, so first of all, what I do is my first email number 1. Thank you for opting in Thank you for subscribing to my video system. How to make cool videos fast within minutes. All right. Let's just say, for example, you're a video editor. You've just created this. Thank you for subscribing to my video system. How to make cool videos fast. All right. Now, my subject would be, it might be, cool videos user. Welcome. It might be something like this. Now, the way I write my emails and the way I encourage you to write your emails is being quite straightforward and upfront. Already you can see I'm being very direct. There's no hype. There's no, there's no selling yet. It's just, hey, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. You'll also see the structure of my paragraph here. And let me explain this, all right? The structure, the way I use my paragraphs is you'll always see me using short paragraphs. I've tested this, and if I was to say, for example, I was to write, a bunch of words, and they were to cover the entire email like this, and then I was to go to the next one, and I was to do the same thing, writing large emails, you won't get as high conversions. People don't read them, and you want to make it really easy for people to read. So already you can see that I'm using really basic language. I'm keeping my emails really simple. See the structure here? Does everyone see the structure here? Short paragraphs, short paragraphs. The other thing that I'm doing is I'm writing, you see this? I'm writing like a reverse, like a funnel, like a reverse funnel. A funnel that's, bringing things down, just a funnel, all right? It's a funnel type shape. The reason I do that is it's easy on the eyes and it leads into the next sentence, all right? I don't know if any of you have noticed this, but when you write like this, you're leading someone to the next sentence. It's easier for them to keep reading because you're leading them on to what's going to happen next. So then I say, you can download it here, download here, all right, link, all right, link. I like to get links in welcome emails up higher in the email than lower in the email. The reason is they've subscribed for a reason. I don't want to do I don't want to say too much. I want to keep it really basic so they understand what I'm communicating, and then I want to give them what they want. So I might say, look out for email for an email from me in the next couple of days. I have something exciting to share with you that's going to help you to take your videos to the next level. Thanks, and then your name. That's kind of the standard welcome email. All right, welcome email, short. I said usually what I'd put is if it was like video marketing secrets, that was your product name. I'd always put the product name up there because people will recognize it based on the product name, and that's what people are interested in. So that's a really quick and easy welcome email. All right, welcome email. All right, so when someone subscribes to your page, where is it? Where's my page gone? There. When someone subscribes to your page, really quick and easy, you just want to write a welcome email. All right, really quick and easy, and this goes out at the, immediately, right? Immediately. Now, just to clarify things, Raymond, good question. Udemy is not a lead generator. All right, it's a great way of making money if you're good at creating courses, but I do not use it as a lead generator. Udemy itself doesn't actually let you keep your leads, which is one of the reasons that one of the big drawbacks of Udemy. All right, being a seller on Udemy. So what I recommend doing is I recommend going through, finding training ideas, finding product ideas, so you can create a product based on the information that you learn on Udemy. There's a lot on Udemy that you can learn from. All right, you can develop some skills and actually write a product based on what you learn through Udemy. All right, so you go ahead and look through WordPress profits. All right, maybe people want to learn about WordPress, so you go ahead and you learn WordPress. Look, it's a free course. Go through the free course, learn WordPress. Then after you've learned WordPress, go across and create your own product on how to use WordPress more effectively. I've actually seen someone do this and create a $100,000 per year business from just information on how to use WordPress. So that works. So you go ahead, you create some information, some short information, you put it in here, or you go ahead and sell it on the Warrior Forum. Then you've got your welcome email, which gets sent out immediately after that. All right. Then what you do is you'll say, you want to promote your white label product. Let's say, for example, you're promoting TubePilot white label. You would go ahead and you'd write an email. So you'd say email number 2. Now, I haven't done these types of emails in a while, but these are funnel emails, and they're really quite an important component when it comes to this stuff. A lot of my emails that I do are as they happen. You'll actually receive an email from me as they happen. What I used to do a lot of, and I do this for clients still, is I would actually create a follow-up sequence, what's called a follow-up sequence through Aweber. A follow-up sequence is different to a broadcast. A broadcast is emails as they happen. Follow-up sequences are, your new subscriber receives an email after 1 day. Your new subscriber receives an email after 2 days. Your new subscriber receives an email after 3 days. So on the next day, probably the next day after purchasing, what I would say is, would you like to automate your video marketing? Something like that. A really basic subject line that calls someone to act. Then I'd probably start communicating, start getting them ready for this. So I'd say automatic posting, easy video scheduling. And, I'd probably start off with mentioning the benefits of this particular software if I'm starting to do it. Easy video scheduling. What's another feature it has? Syndicate your videos around the web and do it all within just minutes. Sound good? And then I'd probably go across and I'd say a bit more about the product. Then I'd say, well, look out for an eye-opening email from me at 5 p.m. EST tomorrow. Sam Becker. All right. This is a short version of it, but I'd obviously extend on it a bit more. I'd explain about the benefits of the software that are going to come. And the second email, I'm just introducing someone to what they need to be looking out for at 5 p.m. EST tomorrow, right? I'm saying that because I'm preparing that person that they need to be at the email at that date in order to get access. Now, the reason I do this as well as the second email and a day after they've actually received my product or my free information is because you're always going to be able to sell more effectively the day after someone subscribed instead of the week. Don't give someone a week because they'll forget about you, all right? You need to hit while the iron is hot, and I always recommend doing this out the gate with follow-up sequences. All right, I've even done it within a few hours of someone subscribing or within a few hours of someone buying, because that means that someone, they're still thinking about you, and you want to make sure that you grab that interest because there's a high percentage of people that will buy as long as you do that. So email number 2 is introducing it. The other thing you'll notice from this is that how many eyes can you count in this? How many eyes? You can count 1. Okay, you can count 1 eye in this email. One of the mistakes that a lot of people make when they're email marketing, and I see this in marketers today, probably many of the marketers that you're on their subscriber lists of, is that they use so many eyes in their email. Now, what you do when you use an eye in your email is you're disconnecting with your audience. This is something that I've learned, and this will be really useful for your email marketing when you're going out there and using it. And there's probably a lot of marketers out there right now who make a lot of money who could learn from this as well, is that when you use I all the time and you say, hey, I'm just on a plane, and I wanted to email this out to you now, I can't wait for you to see this, stuff like that. When you just talk about yourself the whole time, you lose touch with your customer, and your customer feels disconnected from you. So you'll never really see me use many eyes in my emails. I won't tell someone about what I'm doing, and even in other niches as well, whether it's dating, fitness. Try to remove the eyes and instead replace them with the yous, right? Replace your eyes with yous, because you're speaking to your customer. You want to make sure that they understand what you're actually communicating in the right type of way. So you'll see here when I ever use I say, I have something exciting to share with you. So I'm engaging that customer, all right, that subscriber. You also see here there's not even one single I in this email. I've used a me, which is okay. Me's not bad. I is bad. So, and I've answered a question. So it's all about the user. It's all about the customer. Make sure your emails are always about the customer and they're never about you. Don't go starting writing yourself. When I first started getting into email marketing, I want to tell people about, hey, I was just having breakfast the other morning in the sunny bay of Chicago, and I thought about a great idea for a product, and now here it is. Long-winded sentence, all about me. The customer really doesn't care where I was. They don't care what I was doing. The subscriber really couldn't care less that I was having breakfast. All they're interested in is, what are you going to do for me? That's why I'm on your email subscriber list. So always think about the customer, the subscriber. What is their position? Are they going to be, saying like, oh man, that Sam guy I'm sick of that Sam guy. He's always so arrogant. He's always talking about himself, Not to say that people that talk about themselves are arrogant, but that's what comes to mind. So replace your I's with your U's, and you'll be able to write far more effective email copy. So then the next day at 5 p.m., what I'm doing is I'm writing an email, and I'll say email number 3. All right, email number 3. And I'm saying, then I'll probably say something like, it's 5 p.m. EST. Here's a surprise. Or say, are you ready for a surprise? That's my subject line. It's 5 p.m. EST. Are you ready for a surprise? Then I'd probably say something like, this software has got me so excited that I've decided, and I've is okay in this scenario, sometimes you have to, you can't really get away from it, to let you in for a discount on TubePilot. It's a new software that gives you the ability to and then I grab to do automatic posting, easy video, blah, 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 blah. Then I'll probably go and I'm sort of writing on the fly here. Usually these emails, they do take about, you spend between 15 and 30 minutes on each email. So I'm having to think through fast here. Automatic posting, easy video scheduling, syndicate your web videos, and to make it even better, you can now get a special bonus when you buy today. Sound good? Check out all of the info here. Link. And then I wouldn't end it there, but I'd probably write a bit more. But all you're really doing is leading someone to this link, right? You want them to click on the link. That's your main goal in this situation. So think about, what do you need to write in order to get someone clicking on the link, not tomorrow, but today. So when the email goes out, you want everyone clicking on this link, as many people as possible clicking on this link without being too skimpy about it, right? You need to share some information that actually gauges someone's interest. So that's a quick example sequence. I'll post it in Skype right now so you can work from it. But that's kind of an example sequence of what I'd have coming out of a sale to selling a white label product. And I'd always put, a bonus probably before the, put a bonus that someone can get access to before they actually send into a sales page, depending on which market you're in. If you're in the fitness audience, you don't really need to do that. If you're in, the weight loss space, the dating space, you don't really need to do that. People will get quite engaged by the sales video. But for TubePilot, for our audience needs a bit extra often, so need a bit of a nudge. I'd probably recommend putting in a bonus of some sort as well. So buy a white label of something else. Go to superresell.com. This is what I use for many of my white label products, super-resell.com. This is it here. And this is a great place to get a bunch of bonuses, white label products, info products that you can use as bonuses. And I recommend going and using it as a resource for that. And Dion's telling me he's already a member. Very smart, very smart. It's a very good platform and a very good place to get bonuses. All right, well, that brings me to the end of what I wanted to cover today in this webinar. It's been a bit newer content. I wanted to cover some different stuff that I regularly coach, but I still wanted to go through all the different details about what you need to do to set up a successful white label campaign. So, do we have any questions? Any questions? All right, let me know if there's any questions that I can answer. Hopefully I've covered everything, but we sped through it, so there will be a replay that will be posted. I've recorded it. I hope that it'll successfully work. I'm sure it will. Now, SEO traffic is a different one. I haven't been in the SEO, I haven't done a lot with SEO for a few years now. I used to work with a number of clients. Some, paid me 6 figures to do their SEO, so I know a decent amount about SEO. I've been a bit out of touch, though, with a lot of what's been happening with SEO. I still obviously am very much in touch with what it is and what it does and how to use it. But in terms of SEO itself, in terms of many of the softwares out there, I haven't done an awful lot. There is, however, I've seen the guys from Moz, Moz.com. They're very good. I find that they're always really good. They've always had good information. I've learned a lot from those guys, especially when I was starting out. And that would probably be where I'd be looking. But, there's a number of different solutions out there for SEO. And Dion, what I'll do is I'll reach out to a couple of my friends that are still very involved with SEO, and I'll see what recommendations they have for you to use SEO on your website. That's probably the best thing to do. They'll be able to provide some recommendations of where to go with that. All right. Well, I think that brings us to the end of the webinar. I'm not seeing any questions coming through, so I want to say thank you, everyone, for coming on. I know it was a bit short notice tonight, but thank you for coming on. I really appreciate your time and spending some time, and I hope you learned something new. Put a 1 in the box if you learned something new today and something that you can implement. Hopefully everyone learned something new. Excellent. All right. Very cool. Awesome. All right, well, the replay will be up in the members area. I'll be posting that and sending out an email to everyone who got access to the white label here. I'll also have a link to those resources that I mentioned as well, so you'll be able to get those and use them. And everyone, have a good Friday night, Friday day, wherever you are, and I look forward to talking with you very soon. Thank you for coming on this webinar today, and I'll chat to you again soon. This is Sam Vacker, and I'll see you later.